My DeFi Pet takes non-fungible tokens to the next level. Instead of simply having a JPEG image that you can look at, what you have is the ability to own your very own interactive animated pet that you can breed, trade, engage in battle, and socialize with other DeFi pets. On top of that, there are seasonal competitions that allow you to earn real-world cryptocurrency rewards. Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Robert with Altcoin Buzz, and in today's video, we are taking a look at My DeFi Pet, which is a lifestyle-based pet game on the blockchain. So immediately, the first thing you're probably going to think of when you hear about this is CryptoKitties. Now, CryptoKitties was one of the first blockchain games, especially that got really popular, that basically allowed people to breed and trade various types of cats that were bred on the Ethereum blockchain. DeFi Pet takes this to the whole next level because, as you can see right off the bat here, these creatures are animated. They are kind of 3D generated. So instead of just having a flat face to look at, a image, you actually have an interactive DeFi Pet. Now, within this ecosystem, you aren't limited to simply holding these cards, right? So if we look at other things, for example, if you have a CryptoPunk, that's really cool, but it's just kind of there, right? If you have one of these DeFi Pets, you actually have functionality to it. So it's kind of like Splinterlands or Alien Worlds in the fact that you own NFTs, but different NFTs actually allow you to do different things within the in-game universe. So what can you do with these DeFi pets? The first option is obviously to collect different DeFi pets. So every new monster is born every hour and bidding lasts for 24 hours. So every hour there's a new monster that's created in the ecosystem and you have the ability to bid on it, or you have the ability to just simply sit there and let other people bid on it. You can breed. Now, this is the thing that's going to be most familiar to anyone that's perhaps participate in CryptoKitties. You have the ability to create new monsters out of two original parent monsters. Now, this is really cool. You also have the ability to evolve your monsters, give them higher stats by using the game's inbuilt token, which I will talk about later when we get to tokenomics, seasons, and events. Now, this is one thing that I really like. If you're playing this game, there's actually season rewards for completing certain tasks, right? So let's suppose that I create 10 legendary monsters, all with maxed out stats, and then I burn those NFTs, right? I can be eligible for a reward. And then, of course, battling, trading, and socializing. So this is far beyond simply owning a JPEG image, as people like to criticize NFTs. These are NFTs that are interactive. They are 3D, as you can tell from the animations here, and they actually have several different features, not just breeding, but also the trading, the creation of the new monsters, and the ability to battle other monsters as well. So with that being said, I wanted to jump into the white paper and give you a little bit more detailed look at all of those other concepts that I kind of breezed over in the introduction. So the gameplay revolves around a core loop of collect, breed, evolve, battle, trading, and socializing. So the thing with My DeFi Pet is that it's really designed to be a complete immersive game experience. It's not just I can go battle my monsters. It's not just I can go trade my monsters. It's everything, right? So you can create new monsters, you can battle new monsters, you can then level those monsters up. Then once you get some really high level, really powerful monsters, you can breed those monsters to create a new monster, and the cycle starts all over. So one thing that I also like is that this season's thing breaks down the game into small short-term rewards. So personally, I'm a big fan of the Splinterlands trading card game. And it's an online blockchain-based game where basically every 2 weeks there's an end of a season reward. So depending on how well you did, you get an airdrop of certain cards. It's the same thing with this. They break the long-term game into several short seasons so that you have always something to look forward to. You've always got the possibility of earning those rewards. If you don't have such a good season, you can always look forward to the next upcoming season. And as part of those season rewards, they have various prizes. So the very first season, and again, keep in mind that this hasn't launched yet. This is a little bit forward-looking, but the first season will start with 100,000 Tether prize locked by the team in the smart contract. The amount is claimable by sending and burning the exact NFTs stated in the contract. So there's a contract that says you're eligible for this prize if you burn these NFTs, right? So it's kind of like a quest, but instead of a quest in a video game where you get absolutely nothing for completing it, you actually get a reward here. So tentatively, the prize requires 10 legendary monsters with maxed levels. So basically, you complete the season, you level up your cards, you then burn those cards, and you receive part of that prize. In addition, you have the ability to create these new monsters either through breeding or through buying them at an auction. So there's two different ways of obtaining new monsters in the game. The first is summoning a random egg by attributing 100 DPET tokens. Now these are obviously the native tokens of the ecosystem. So you tribute these tokens and you get a random egg. You don't know what's in it. It could be a good egg. It could be a bad egg. Now the other option of doing this is that you can buy a new monster through auction. So every 24 hours, a new monster will be basically going up for auction. You have the ability to bid on that if you choose to do so. Or you can breed your own monster. So combining any two monsters will give a new monster that inherits its ancestors' genes. One thing that's really cool about this is that you can breed a pet that you own with a sire that you own, or with a sire that you've been given approval for. So you can kind of, again, this is kind of adding to the complexity and the depth of the ecosystem. If you have a really good monster that you want and you see someone else that has a really good monster and you want to breed them, you can combine those two monsters to create your own monster, even using those good genes, those good characteristics of a parent monster that you don't actually own. And it does say that there is a prepayment of a fee that's given out to the first caller. So in order to do this process, you do have to pay a small fee, which presumably will also be paid in those DPET tokens. And one thing, again, that I do find interesting is anyone can call this function to do the birth function. However, the new pet will always go to the mother's owner. So if I have the mother monster and I get the sire approval from my friend's father monster, I'm the one that's actually going to receive that monster. However, this fee can be paid by anyone. Then once my monster has been created, I obviously have the ability to level that monster up. So each monster has certain evolution levels and capabilities depending on its rarity. Players can level up their monster by feeding them DPET tokens. So you have a basic monster, you level it up, you give it more DPET tokens. This is kind of like if you remember when you were little playing Pokemon on the Game Boy, right? And you would level up your Charmander. He could evolve into a Charizard, right? So Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, he could level up through those different levels. But even if you didn't actually level him up and evolve him, he would still get better stats, right? So a level 15 Charmander would have better stats than a level 5 Charmander. It's kind of the same idea here where you can have the same monster, you can level it up, you can evolve it, but you can also improve its genes, improve its stats by feeding it those DPET tokens. There will be a battle functionality. Now, one thing that I do have to point out, and again, this is nothing against the project at all. I realize that this is something that's still in the early stages, so they do have a battle functionality planned. However, it has not actually been released yet, and in fact, they do want to make sure that it's tested and finalized before adding to the white paper. So just looking at this screenshot that they've given us here, it does look pretty cool. It looks like something that's going to be a lot of fun, so hopefully they're able to roll that out, give us a little bit more details soon. Obviously, as these are NFTs, we have the ability for trading them, exchanging between different players as well. So one thing that I really do like about my DeFi Pet is that it's really focused on being cross-blockchain compatible. So currently it's on Binance Smart Chain and Cardano chain. Now, this is the really cool thing. Utilizing the non-invasive interoperability from this Cardano chain, they're basically offering the ability to port the game onto any other major blockchains community, such as Ethereum and Polkadot. And what you can see here is they've got the Cardano chain dual node technology, which allows them to easily go between BSC, Ethereum, Polkadot, a variety of different chains. So that's something that's really cool because right now we're seeing a lot of competition from Ethereum, and I don't think anyone can really tell you 100% how this is going to turn out. Does Ethereum remain the king? Does Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain kind of become rulers? Does Polkadot take over? No one really knows what the results of this Ethereum is going to be, the Ethereum 2.0. So I think any project that kind of covers all the bases by making sure that it's accessible on a variety of different chains, I think that says a lot about the forward-looking thing of the team, as well as just basic functionality, right? So I might want to operate on BSC, so I have those lower fees, and this allows me to do that. With that being said, I always do like to cover the inbuilt token, the tokenomics of the project. So in this, the native token is obviously going to be the DPET token, and I want to call that DPET token, but I'm not sure if that's the exact pronunciation, but it would make sense because it's DeFi and Pet. So we'll call it the DPET token, and this is the main in-game currency it will be used for trading, exchanging, improving pets, and special qualities, mainly in the first phase. So The token economics, we can see that it is the in-game currency. It's also for governance, so you can vote what new features you want to see in the game, special rewards, locking those DPET tokens for a certain time to gain voting power. Staking, now this is something pretty cool because typically when we're going through the white paper, we're seeing these DPE tokens for leveling up your monster, for feeding your monster, for getting these new random eggs, but you can also become a part of the game by staking these DPET tokens into pools. Different pools will yield different returns, such as new items, new eggs, or DPET tokens. So this is really cool in that you can customize what you want to receive as a reward. So it says there's different pools. Some of them will give us new items, some will be new eggs, and some will be different DPET tokens. So I really like this, that we can kind of tailor our staking strategy to what we want to receive. And it's kind of the same as in Alien Worlds, right? We can customize our mining build for whether we want to get the in-game currency or more NFTs. So I really like that they've implemented that. I think anything you can do to give players more choice and freedom and kind of have that feeling of they're in control of their game experience, I think is always a good thing. And then obviously, because it is a crypto monetized game, we're obviously going to have that play to earn functionality. Simply playing can also get you DPE tokens via mission and social mining. Alrighty, so that being said, the next big step on the roadmap, the next kind of major event for my DeFi Pet is going to be their token sale on April 27th. Now, this will be an IDO that's going to be on Kickpad, and in order to participate in this, you have to be whitelisted. Now, if you want to get whitelisted, I'm not telling you should get whitelisted. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not telling you what to invest, what not to invest, right? I always like to be clear. It's important for you to do your own research. However, if you do like the project, if you do want to get involved, you do have the opportunity to do that. And what I'll do is I'll put a link to their Twitter so that you can easily find where you need to go to do this. It will be in the description of the video. But what you can see is that you have to sign up for this whitelist. Now, check this out. Over 209,000 total entries so far, but they've still got 46 hours left to go. And just take a look at this, 125 whitelist spots available. So only 100 of those are public. So if you take a look at this, they've got almost, let's call that 209,000, and there's only 100 spots available. So the demand is way ahead of the supply here. There's a lot of people that are wanting to get in on this. So if you want to partake in this, you do have that ability as well. I will, like I said, I will leave the links for this in the description so that you can check it out if you want to participate. That being said, the whitelist winners will be selected upon the contest end at April 26th. Now, I'm going to try to push this video out as soon as I can so that you will have plenty of time to check this out so that you can get on this whitelist if you want to do that. Because again, April 26th, you've got to be on the whitelist before April 26th, and then you will have that ability to participate on April 27th, 2 p.m. UTC. Last thing about this, this is not going to be available to everyone. Unfortunately, if you live in the US, North Korea, Iran, you are not permitted to join this contest. So for all of those of you in the US, like myself, sorry, you will not be eligible for that. So wrapping everything up, we've got My DeFi Pet, which is a project that really transforms NFTs, CryptoKitties, takes it to the complete next level. So instead of just having these simple kind of images on your computer that really just sit there and don't do anything, you have the ability to have an interactive kind of 3D animated DeFi pet that not only just can you breed, but you can engage in battle, that you can trade, that you can sell, that you can do all of these different things with. And they're really trying to build a sense of community, make this so much more interactive than existing DeFi. So if I could give you kind of a one-sentence takeaway for it, it's a blockchain-based game that really takes the power of NFTs to the next level. So instead of simply having a JPEG image that's sitting there in your wallet, just waiting for someone else to buy it at a higher price, what you're seeing with this is that you're actually able to use these DeFi pets. You actually have these monsters that you can trade them, you can battle them, you can breed them, you can socialize them with other monsters. They're not just a two-dimensional flat image. They're animated, they're interactive, right? So they're designed to be fun. They're designed to be an immersive experience that's so much more than simply holding an NFT card in your wallet. Not only is it designed to be fun, but they've also got some interesting technical features as well, such as focusing on that cross-chain blockchain interoperability. So, as always, I hope you found this video useful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.